What's going on, guys? Back at it again. This time we are installing the new 3-piece front lip for the Corvette. The other one I had was really bad. It was all cracked. It had gone through a lot. So it was time for a new one. I ordered this new one. I had it for a while now. I just didn't want to install it before actually doing the front fenders. So now that I actually did the carbon front fenders, y'all check out the video. Now we're actually going to go ahead and start installing the front piece, the 3-piece splitter, carbon splitter. So here's the old one. See how bad it was right there. It was cracked right there, cracked there, the whole bottom of it. So it was pretty bad. So well, not to my liking, but anyway, so we got a new one now. Here's a new one. This is a 3-piece right here. This one actually goes further back. You see, it goes all the way to the back, attached pretty good with all the bolts, the factory bolts. Here, these pieces, these are the ones that go on the side, the fenders, the front fenders, forward of them. So that's it right there. We're gonna start installing them. And I began to take off all the stock bolts, which this 10 mil, and all the rest of them are, see, you got to take off all these little pieces there, which I have that one hanging up right here. So quite a bit of them. So I went ahead and took them out, and since mine were actually, my previous one was riveted, I use rivets for it, the aluminum ones. I drilled them all out, so the new one's ready to go back on. I'm actually going to install it the same way because I love the way it attached. It was really sturdy. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the same rivets again, 316 rivets. So let's go ahead and begin to install it. As you guys can see, these already come like pre-dimpled, where you actually have to drill out the holes at. You see, this one actually has a hole already on it. So there's all the holes are there. You just have to just drill them out. You see, for all the factory. So here it is, everything's there. All these holes are there. All right, so let's go ahead and line it up, and I'll drill whatever I have to drill in order to secure it properly. So since I'm doing it alone, I marked it up myself. There it goes. I use 2 jacks. So there it goes. All right, that's how I want it. Everything's all nice and set up. On the other side as well. Let me go down there and start drilling out my holes. I'm gonna start actually with the drilling out the screws on the edge. So I do screws on the edge, and see these right here. All right, I'm gonna put those in since the holes already drilled out. There it goes, right on the money. So let me go ahead and install those first and go from there. All right, so I secured it. And actually this sticks out a bit more because this is a 3-piece. So the other piece will come here on each side, and it'll just sit perfectly flush right there. So that's as far as I got it right now. And I started securing down here. I'm about to make this hole right here bigger to actually put that through. I don't know if you guys can see that screw right there. See, yeah, that right there. Put it through and secure it with the 10 mil. And I'll put this one in place already, as you guys can see. Secured it with the 7 mil right there. I'm about to do this one up here, and I did that one over there already on both sides. So now you guys can't see it, but I installed that trim piece already. So I'm gonna start working here. These didn't fit because they have a really big head, a big washer actually, that does not let it sit flush. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave those intact, and I'm actually gonna set a rivet here and another rivet here next to it, kind of secure everything along the way. Yeah, that looks really clean. It grabs amazingly. You got bolts here, bolt here. You have to drill this one out, which is a 10 mil, which comes through. And then I said this one didn't work, so I said rivets on there too. Drilled 3 of them straight up and down, and all the way across the same way on the opposite end. You see right there, that looks good right there. So everything's held on pretty nice and snug. All right, and then in regards to here, it doesn't have the holes for the air because the air is actually coming in through the vents. So you got air coming in through there for your brakes. All right, let's go ahead and begin to install the pieces that go here on the fender itself. So this is what it's gonna look like. Okay, this goes in here. You see, you're gonna have to remove your tabs from there. This goes here. That's what it'll look like. It attaches this way right here to the fender itself. All right, so it's just basically drilling holes and securing it in place. And let's see how good of a fitment we get on here. This piece is really thick. I wish it was a bit thinner. But we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. Okay, there it is. Looks okay. Looks good. Not that bad. See how it sits nice and flush. See how it sits down here. And the way I did it in here, I ended up putting that OEM tab in there. Drilled the hole out with the little stepping bit. And drilled these holes out with a 3/16 and attached it. So that thing is on there. It's not going anywhere. So I might trim up here. See how it curves out a bit. So I might trim up here just to get rid of this piece sticking out so it won't grab on the tire. Get a nice, trim it really, really good. And then it hits down here at the bottom. So I'm about to drop the car and make sure it still does not hit. Because if it does, I'm gonna have to trim this as well. Because it was trimming right now while it was up when I was turning the wheel. That's the fitment right there. All right. And then there's the other side. I didn't like this side because it's a bit open, even though I got rivets running all around here. But like to actually put a rivet in here is really hard because of this angle. This angle's down, so you can't get the rivet gun in there. All right, but there it is. It's just on there. Same thing over here. I might have to trim this out. See how it sticks out? I don't want the tire to catch that. So I might come from back here, trim it this way and right there, and just get a nice cut, and it'll look clean. Yeah, there it is, guys. That's what it looks like right there. It's the installed 3-piece front lip. What y'all think? Is good or what? There it goes. All right, guys. Hope this helped out. Catch you guys on the next one.